Well, Metro Vancouver has more skateboard parks than any city in North America right now. So that's a good thing. So, so when I turned, back in '86, when I was doing that Tears Are Not Enough project, 1985, I saw the whole, all of Canada, these beautiful Canadians that Mahara was talking about, come together because the musicians came up and they sang Tears Are Not Enough, and it was for African hunger relief. And they're saying, it's not enough to cry. We've got to do something about this. And Canadians came together, and I was so blown away by how amazing Canadians are when they see what's happening and they want to change what's happening. And they did. We raised over $3 million. And after that, I did a whole proposal for all the entertainers to come together for the Earth, because my first vision from Gaia came in 1986. And it came like a poster, right, which was perfect for an event producer. And there's this amazing Gaia woman. And she was like this Uncle Sam poster. And it was like, Mother Earth needs you. And, I was in the shower. All these visions happen to be in the shower, right? There's something about showers. You're alone, it's steamy, it's like safe, And I was like, me? And so that was my first calling. And what I got, though, was that it wasn't just me, that I was a recruiter. That's why the poster looked like an Uncle Sam recruitment poster, because I was supposed to be out there and enroll people. So I did try for a long time to do this piece, and I shopped proposals, and I couldn't get anyone to come in, and I was a single mom, and I needed to do what I needed to do to take care of the house and raise my son, and so I joined environmental organizations, and I gave them money, but I needed to make money, and I didn't see how I could do that, doing it for Earth. And finally, I turned 50, and the calls were getting louder, louder, louder. And I've gone to organizations, can you use me? I know how to do things, I was like, no, I'm sorry, we don't do events. Okay. And finally, when I turned 50, I was like, okay, so paid off the house, and your son's in college, you got some savings. There is no reason you can't do what you're here to do, so you better get on it. So I made a promise at 50 that I would dedicate the next 10 years of my life to being of service to Gaia. So we're into that now. We're into that next 10-year program, because all of these things, as I said, have been sort of 10 years. And I'm about 4 or 5 years in now. And it's coming. When I was here 2 years ago, I didn't want to say what it was, because all I knew was that it was coming, but I wasn't sure what it looked like yet. I just knew I had to do the work to be the conduit for it. So here's my, in a nutshell, tips for how to do this, how to have a vision and how to manifest it, because I've managed to do that a few times. First off is, know that you're not alone. I've been talking to voices for my whole life, and I'm not alone. I have got guardian angels and avatars, and they're there, and they're real for me, and they're real for you. So just get over it and talk back. And ask them for help and be specific, and then open up to the guidance, because that's the piece. You got to say yes. It's going to come, and you're not going to want to do it, and you're not going to you don't think you can do it, because you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what you can do and you can't do it. Just say yes. The other pieces that I recognize, and I got this from talking to the voices, that I'm a conduit for the energy coming through. This isn't my energy. And the more I can let go of being afraid, the bigger the conduit. The more energy that can come through, the bigger the manifesting can be. So just breathe and let it through. Because it wants to come through. We're all part of who we are. Define your top 5 values. Those will change over the course of your life. But check in. What is it? What's the most important thing? I've been doing this. Again, that's part of the conversations. I was told to do that. And then make your decisions on what you're going to do based on those. Because they'll be your North Star. You got to have a map. And your map is your values. That's who you are. And make your choices based on that. Make your commitment. When you say you're going to do it, stick with it. It doesn't happen easily and it doesn't happen quickly. And too many of us give up before it's coming through. But it takes time. Those are 10-year blocks of time. And the frustrating thing is sometimes you can see it and it seems so real that when it doesn't happen in a year or two, it's like, it's not going to happen. Bullshit. It's going to happen. It just takes you staying in long enough to make it happen.
Yeah.
To let it happen. And that's also part of it is do the work. Do the work. Get the tools you need. When I said, okay, Gaia, this one's for you, I was like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know. I mean, I've been going to lots of workshops, but I didn't have enough for me to feel confident about what I needed to do. So I went back and I got my master's in creation spirituality and eco-psychology. I studied with great people that had been spending their lives doing this so that I could glean from them what I could to move forward. And then just start doing it. Because again, you're not going to know what it is. You're not, this whole thing about you're going to have it all mapped out and have your strategic business plan and everything before you start. Bullshit. Just do it. Do something. Do whatever it is that comes up. And then as you're doing it, you'll learn what works and what doesn't work. And that's how you hone it. That's how you keep going. And then keep doing it. And then it starts coming up. What Be the Change is, I didn't know what Be the Change, I didn't know what it was called. I couldn't even say what it was called 2 years ago. But it's pretty clear what's emerging now because, well, that was 2003 when I made my promise. And now it's 2008. So 5 years in, it's up. There's people on side. It's just beginning. It's a baby. In 3 more years, it's going to be all over the world. But that's the iceberg, right? I mean, it takes a lot. You only see the tip of the iceberg. These overnight successes, they're lifetimes in the making. So, build community. Collaborate. You cannot do this alone. Not only that, but what Mahara was talking to, this place where we are, the paradigm shift is to go from being the amazing individual to being the amazing community and recognizing we're a wave in the ocean of the Tao. Yeah. One wave, and only all together are we going to turn this tide. And that's exactly what is ours to do right now. That's why you're here. That's why you were born. That's why you chose to come into this world right here, right now. Because this world is going to change. It's either going to change for the better or for the worse. And it's up to each of us to weigh in right now and make that difference. Because it's our opportunity, it's our responsibility, it's our blessing, it's our gift, it's our joy. So, let's do it together.